First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way the same Burke Kid. Everybody said it won't be. Till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do, what it do? It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that rocking with me. Yo, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. Tank Davis will fight anybody. And I mean anybody. Except Devin, Haney and Shakur Stevenson. No, it seemed like I keep touching on this. I've said 1,000 times I was going to leave it alone. I said I was going to let it go. It's over with. It'll never happen. But, nah, I ain't going to let it go because Tank won't let it go. Devin won't let it go. Devin fans won't let it go. Tank fans won't let it. Listen, bro. It's starting to look very ridiculous. We keep acting like this fight ain't realistic and it ain't a big fight and nobody's really interested in it. Tank keep acting like Devin ain't shit. Devin talking shit to Tank. You know, in my opinion, I think this is the fight Tank wants the most. He just ain't gonna. He want to beat Devin more than anybody. It's just my opinion. I think he want to prove that to Devin and Bill that your son ain't. I think he want to prove that more. I think he want to beat Devin more than he want to beat Shakur. There's no fighter that Tank don't like more than Devin Haney. He don't really like Shakur, but he really don't like Devin. Everybody know it. They don't like each other. But you know, Tank keep trying to act like, you know, Devin trying to build his name off you and all that there. You just don't want to give another black fighter shot. You don't want him to surpass you. You want to be the HNIC. I get that. But why you keep, every time something happen with Devin, you always mentioning him though. Every time you tweet, it's some shit about Devin, bro. Every time Devin do any, bro, the San Francisco law, and you even use that to talk shit to Devin. Bro, that mean you interested. I just want, that's all I want to hear, because all this tweeting, all this going and back and forth, if you want to go back and forth with Devin Haney, that mean you want to fight him, bro. That mean we should be talking about the fight, because if you wasn't interested in fighting him at all, you wouldn't even care what he do. If he was a nobody, you wouldn't care what he do, bro. You see the interest. And another thing, I understand that black people value non-black money way more than black money. Yeah, I know you with Al and Floyd, and I think he trusts him, but he don't. I think Tank and many other black fighters are way more trusting of that Turkisha dude. I said Turkisha. Anyway, the dude from Arabia, the Prince. I think most fans in boxing believe in that money he's talking. So we've been trying to play this fight out. Coach Calvin and them, they've been saying there really ain't no interest. It ain't no big fight. Well, if the dude way from Saudi Arabia is saying he want to offer for that fight, is letting you know, bro, that fight is in demand, bro. It's people from other countries acknowledging this fight. So we can't keep ignoring it. We can't ignore it no more. It's people outside of America talking about this fight and trying to invest in it. So it must be some kind of interest. Another thing I keep hearing Coach Calvin say, and Kenny, I see him, let them tell it, bro, Rayo Valenzuela versus Tank is a bigger fight. Because they say things like, well, Devin versus Tank and Devin versus Shakur, that's just, they both have the same audience. And him fighting Rayo, that brings the Mexican audience, and that makes it bigger because it's two different cultures instead of just one. Listen, boxing fans, I wish we quit caring so much about other folks' money. Let's just have a black of... Why we always trying to get other fan bases in it? Like, you think only black, you stupid mother, you think only black fans watch Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford? Do you really believe that shit? You think them was the only people interested in that fight? No, Mexicans didn't hype that shit up because they don't want to give black folks no shine. But the motherfuckers watched it. It was very excited. Canelo tried to hide his excitement about that fight, but he was excited, bro. Everybody was excited about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, just like everybody's interested in Tank versus Devin. Everybody interested in it, bro. There's no more. This is why I'm calling Tank a duck now, and I'm just not holding back because it's been proved. You can't say it ain't no interest in the fight now. You can't say it's big money. It ain't no big money in the fight. You can't say that because there's people offering that fight, bro. So it just ain't no excuse, bro. It ain't no excuse. And like I said, Tank versus Shakur is a good fight. I just don't think it's big as the Devin fight. But I think Tank versus Shakur is better than besides Devin and Tank, because I think Tank and Devin is the best fight in boxing, the biggest and the best fight. But Tank versus Shakur is better than any other fight in boxing. Tank versus Shakur, like I said, is better than any fight Canelo could be in. It's better than any fight in besides Devin and Tank. Those are the best fights in boxing, bro. Hands down. Plain and simple is plain to see. But like I said, Kenny, Calvin, Leonard, when it comes to Shakur and Devin, they always talk about money. And like I said, you can't use that excuse no more. You can't use the excuse that money ain't there and we just don't know. Nah, bro. Promoters are showing interest in the fight. Eddie Hearn said he'll offer you something. Promoters are telling you they want this fight. So at this point, bro, it's looking real bad. It's looking bad. Tank fans, you motherfuckers just look. The lies just ain't adding up, bro. I heard it all before. What was you thinking? That was just shit. I was it, and I was old. But your lies ain't working now. Look who's hurting now. See, I had to shut you down. Anyway, yeah. The lies ain't working. You know, at this point, I think black fans just don't want a black event. I think we only think it's big if everybody in on it. We just think it's big unless a black fighter fighting something else. We think that's the only way it can be. That's the way to be. That's the way to go. I'm telling you, bro, after a while, you're going to see Chinese dudes coaching our kids. No. You're going to see Chinese, man. You're going to see a couple of them. You're going to see more white boys coaching black athletes and teaching them and shit and mentoring them and shit. I'm telling you, bro, the only time you really see black men with black kids, the only time you see, unless he giving them a pack or he a football coach. Now, that's the only time you see black men with black children together and they look united is to throw a fucking football. And most of them fucking on one of the mamas. Yeah, I don't know no football coach. Yeah, I don't know no football coach that ain't fucking at least one of them babies' mamas. That's all I'm saying. I think it comes with a lot of perks being a football coach. But I'm just saying, bro, I just don't think there's nothing wrong with Devin and Tank putting on a spectacular event, bro. And yeah, like we say, it's for the culture. I'm telling you, bro, in Atlanta, I think it'll be the biggest live gate of all time. I think it'll do some major shit. And like I said, Tank is in one of the best positions he could ever. Actually, the upside is on Tank, not Devin. Tank gonna make some of the biggest money he's ever seen. And if he beat Devin, he's not only the face of boxing, because I got him as the face of boxing right now. Yeah. But he will become the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. And at this point, bro, I'm just saying, bro, Tank, the reason why I'm losing respect, because I don't think you care about legacy at this point. I know Coach Calvin, I know Kenny Ellis don't. Trying to rematch Pitbull Cruz and being so excited about it. I know you motherfuckers don't care about his legacy. Listen, bro, it's cool to love your fighter and you want the best for him and you just don't want him in certain situations, bro. But if you want him to be great, he got to get in that water. I'm telling you, bro, people always talking about Bill Haney be capping. Coach Calvin be capping, bro. And you know, I let that shit slide when it came out the other day that you explained why you didn't want him fighting Shakur, and you basically explained why you want him to keep fighting Mexicans because he can get good knockouts. I let that shit go out. See, I don't report every lie Coach Calvin tell. Like I say, Bill Haney can't do an interview without it being 20 videos that day. But I think Coach Calvin is one of the caps of boxing to me. That's just my opinion. And I think he's scared for Tank. I truly believe it. I truly believe that Coach Calvin and Kenny Ellis, but definitely Coach Calvin. Coach Calvin, I'm telling you, bro, it's just amazing when you don't like somebody so much. Because Coach Calvin can't stand Bill Haney, and he can't stand Devin. That I'm telling you, Tank fans and Tank coach, they can't stand it. Well, beat his ass. This just common sense, bro. I just grew up that way. I don't know why. If you don't like him, beat his ass. Beat him up. And ain't he calling you out? Tank, you starting to look like a hoe. Give a fuck, bro. Money, no money. It just starting to look soft, bro. I'm just telling you, bro. Knockout Boxing is running out of videos at this point to defend Tank. Yeah. Shout out to Knockout. Knockout is very smart. He got a great channel. Even though I don't agree with him all the time, the brother is smart. Listen, respect to you. Keep grinding, brother. But you motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to keep capping for Tank sooner or later. It's gonna get bad, bro. Tank fans are turning. Listen, I just got off the phone with my partner. Shout out to Diddy Knows Ball. Go subscribe to the brother's channel. He covers NFL, NBA. Shout out. We had a whole talk. We talked about boxing and the black struggle. Yeah, that's what we talked. I told you that's my main conversation. It's about black people today and how the fuck we gonna get out this shit and just different answers. And yeah, our solution kind of came the same. And it's just basically love, bro. We can talk about all the strategies to bring black people together. We can talk about how to defeat the white boy and defeat white supremacy. First, we must learn love again. That's how them people back in the game survive. That's how they survive, bro. That's how 12 black people could be in one household and we thrive better than we do now. It's just 2 people in the house and we struggling. The lights damn near off. We can't even afford to feed the goddamn dogs. It's a lot of shit, bro. Black people did way better with much less because they loved each other and they shared. This group don't share. Like I said, bro, this is the worst batch, I think. But anyway, yeah, love is what it is, bro. And it translates to boxing, bro. If you love the sport and just if you have a love for and if you have a love for your people also, you should want to see 2 great young black fighters fight each other, bro, and make a big bag, bring on a great event, and ain't got to be a whole bunch of capping in line. They ain't got to slap each other at the press conference. Just see a great event, bro, for black fight. I just need some shit. I would love, this is some shit for us, for us, by us. I just want to see it. I think it should be in Atlanta, New Orleans, some shit like that. DC. It'll be some epic shit. I think it's a dope fight. And I'm not just saying this on some black shit. I think it's a great fight for boxing. I just think, and like I said, we talking this David Benavidez. Canelo is not in his prime. And David is not very skilled. Tank and Devin and Shakur are highly skilled, more skilled, better fighters in their prime. All of them are in their prime right now. I got a video coming about Shakur. Shakur fans, many of you have changed. You motherfuckers have got quiet. See, since you can't say Devin ducking Shakur, since it ain't that campaign no more, you motherfuckers done got quiet, bro. Ever since that performance, many of you didn't defend them. I defended them. I said, yeah, it wasn't the best performance, but De Los Santos, he didn't go for broke. De Los Santos didn't do none of that shit he was talking. So I lost a lot of respect for De Los Santos. But I was like, man, Shakur, he gonna be better in this next fight. And yeah, he put on a terrible performance. But I ain't even shit on him. I didn't shit on him, even though he did all that capping about Dev. But like I said, bro, a lot of fans, without shitting on another black fighter, you don't know how to support your fighter. That's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. That's what's wrong with black fans. That's what's wrong with black monkey content creators. You motherfuckers don't know how to create a video or create good content without it being hating on another black fighter. Like I said, I wish you motherfuckers hate on Usyk and that stoppage to the body that Daniel Dubois should have got. I just wish you motherfuckers hate on more shit. It's enough hate to go around. We need to hate on everybody. That's all. Spread the hate. So, anyway, but Tank, I'm telling you, it's gonna look bad, bro. I don't know if you're gonna fight in UK, but I'm telling you, bro, I could see Tank giving Joe Cordina a shot. Joe Cordina looks suspect in his last performance. I see him going to he'll fight one of them boys in the UK, and they'll justify saying that the UK fans are the best. No, they're not, bro. UK fans only really support UK fighters. Tank ain't never been big in the UK. Spence, none of them. They ain't never been big in the UK. So they support they fighters. We just don't support ours. So, you motherfuckers can keep beefing, can keep talking. And like I said, bro, I tried so hard. Yeah, I tried so hard, bro, Even though it ain't no such thing as on code amongst black, I tried to be nice to Tank. I tried to not shit on him. I tried to, no, Tank ain't scared of Devin. It just, no, I tried to, man, fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that shit, bro. I'm not finna fuck all that shit. Fuck some on code. It is what it is, bro. Ducking is ducking. Bullshit is bullshit. So, I'm gonna call it out all the way. And sometimes, like, I just want to be just as ignorant as you motherfuckers sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to be pro nothing. I want to be pro ignorant some motherfucking times. So, it is what it is. But, in my opinion, though, I'm gonna say this. Tank is coming off a year layoff. I wouldn't mind him getting a tune-up. I'm gonna tell you something. I'd rather than Joe Cordina, Isaac Cruz, Rayo Valenzuela, I'm telling you a fight that I would love. I ain't gonna lie to kick it. I would love to see Tank Davis. And it'd be a good tune-up, but it'd be a good fight. Tank Davis versus Gary Russell Jr. in D.C. That's what I want to see. I would love to see it. I would love. It's a good comeback, warm-up little fight. Because Gary Russell Jr., even with the layoff, he better than Cordina. He better than Isaac Cruz. I think, and I'm going to be bold. Gary Russell Jr. is better than anybody Tank ever fought. Yeah. Gary Russell Jr. is better than anybody Tank ever fought, and he been calling out Tank for about 7 years. Yeah. I think that's a good little, yeah. Off a year layoff, he been on a little layoff. Gary Russell Jr. in D.C. will set that motherfucking city on fire. And that's a fact. That's a fact to me. I'm going to tell you another fight I wish Tank had fought 4-5 years ago. And I think he would have beat him. But 4-5 years ago, I wish he had fought Tevin Farmer. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. I thought that was a good fight back in the, you know what I'm saying, about 4-5 years ago. I thought that was a good-ass fight. But right now, I think Gary Russell Jr., bro, in D.C. or Baltimore, I think that's an epic fight. I think it's a good fight. I think Gary Russell Jr. going to shock a lot of people with how competitive it would be. Even though I favor Tank, Gary Russell Jr. is way better than people give him credit for. I watched that motherfucker beat a young prospect in, what's Pacquiao fighter name? What's that dude? He wasn't no hellified ass fighter. What's the boy? He signed with Pacquiao. He a Philippine fighter. Can't remember his name, but he lost to Ray Vargas. The point is, Gary Russell Jr. beat him with one arm. Gary Russell Jr. ain't nothing to sneeze at, bro. I think that's a good little, yeah. That's way better than Rayo. I'm just telling you. That's just my opinion. I think that'd be a good fight for you. I think that, and I think I would love to see Tank fight more in D.C., Baltimore area because I see the love. He get a lot of love, bro. That DMV standing the fuck up for Tank. That's really, you know, and you talk all that shit and you want to be crossover and you want to go to UK, you want to go to Saudi Arabia. You need to take your ass where you love that, bro. Yeah, like Panel did when he used to fight in Virginia. You need to go where your people, they love you in the DMV. Can't lie. And I think Devin need to keep fighting in San Francisco. And soon get him a fight in Oakland or some shit. Fighters appreciate black fans and black support. Stop always looking for some crossover shit to bring other motherfuckers that's gonna hate and want you to lose anyway. Stupid mother. Anyway, appreciate your fans. I don't think Tank do. At this point, I just think Knockout deserve an interview. It's just a lot of people that have fought for you. They deserve an interview or something, bro. Fighters need to look out for content creators that go so hard for you. You motherfuckers need to put on fights for us. We fight for you. It's a lot of Tank channels that ride hard for them. Like I say, bro, pull up on your supporters. I've seen Devin do it, though. I've seen him over there on BFTB. I've seen him on different platforms. Shout out to that. Yeah, but Devin and Shakur, bro, everything, it's okay to fight anybody else, but it just seems to be a problem with Devin and Shakur, and we keep saying it's money. We realize it ain't money now. We realize it ain't no excuse now. There's no excuse, bro. And like I said, they're in their prime. So, money ain't an issue. A lot of shit. You know, I'm going to tell you some real shit. I'm going to tell you what I know. I know this for a fact. I know it, bro. Tank been watching Josh Taylor for a long time. It's just T.O. got him first. They been hitting that fight, Josh Taylor, at 140. And Josh Taylor is bigger than Devin. And that's a fact. Josh Taylor should have been a welterweight 3 years. Josh Taylor bigger than Devin. Josh Taylor bigger than Ryan, Devin, T.O. That motherfucker big. He bigger than Regis. And he was stronger than Regis. That motherfucker big. They wanted that Josh Taylor smoke, bro. About 2 years ago, they was looking at, because they seen the flaws. Josh Taylor only good if you stand in front of him. That's how T.O. beat him. Stand in front of him, bro, and it's all you gotta do is, bro, just give him movement, bro. Give him movement, give him different turns. Just athleticism, bro, would give Josh Taylor hell. And Tank team saw that. They was gonna fight him. They was gonna fight Josh Taylor when he was undefeated, considered a top 5 pound for pound. They was gonna fight. I don't know if they was gonna fight Keith. Maybe that rumor wasn't true. But they was gonna fight Josh Taylor at 140, and wasn't gonna be no rehydration clause. Wasn't gonna be no talking about the weight. So, like I say, at this point, fans look just as weak as fighters. It's a lot of shit I never forget. I never forget when Derrick James, when Terrence Crawford hugged Earl Spence at the end of the fight, and Terrence hugged Derrick James. And he squeezed Bud gloves, and you motherfuckers accused him of loaded gloves and shit, and you accused him of snack program. You start saying in a way better. You know, Terrence Crawford, in my opinion, is one of the most unappreciated fighters of our time at this point. Because looking throughout his whole career, before the Earl shit, they've always put somebody else ahead of him. Remember, Loma was better than him. Remember, Terrence been number 2 damn near his whole career. It's always been somebody else that ain't black in front of him. They put Loma in front of him for years. Then they started putting Usyk in front of him. Then they put Fury in front of him. Now it's Inoue in front of him. None of these dudes are nowhere near on this level, but they always put somebody in front of him. Somebody that ain't black, they're going to put him in front of him no matter what he do. No matter what he do. If he beat Boots, bro, it won't be shit. I'm telling you. I know it for a fact. I know for a fact. If Terrence Crawford go in there and baptize Boots, and he gonna do it. He gonna knock him out, bro. I have a vision that Boots won't beat him, bro. Even though he got so many tools and the motherfucker special, he ain't ready. He just not ready. He ain't seen nothing like it. He haven't seen, and people underestimate the viciousness of Terrence Crawford. People underestimate how vicious and how he punched with mean intentions, bro, and he precise and accurate. I'm just telling you, bro. But Terrence Crawford's whole career, they've been trying to say non-black motherfuckers is better than him. I heard a Terrence Crawford channel say that you can argue that Better Beef is better than Terrence Crawford, and his resume is better. That was a Terrence Crawford channel. So Terrence Crawford, it is amazing how they put everybody ahead of this dude. No matter what he do, they put everybody in a way. Beating Tamales, that shit was equivalent. I just don't get it, bro. I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to put fighters ahead of this dude. And everything, it ain't good enough. He got to do this. Now he running from this. So, you know, at this point, I damn near don't give a fuck if the rematch happen. I want to see the fight, but it is what it is. But I'm going to say this about Tank. And I'm off this motherfucker. This is why I respect Earl. I don't like the tweets. You know, why you think he hit me with so many jabs and shit? Because you wasn't ready for the southpaw stance, and you weren't expecting Terrence Crawford to jab with you. Yeah, your eye may have been a problem, bro, but you was not expecting Terrence Crawford to come out as a southpaw the entire fight, because Terrence Crawford never do that. Terrence Crawford never start the fight and finish the whole fight in a southpaw stance. He never do it. He start off orthodox, and he switched to southpaw somewhere in the fight. Yeah, that's a fact. And Terrence Crawford do not throw power jabs that often and that accurate. He's not. His jab is actually, he's more known for throwing his jab from the orthodox stance. But I've always considered his jab to be better from the orthodox stance. But in this, Bomac said it though, they trained on the power jab from the southpaw stance. He practiced it. And he just trained on jabbing with him and throwing it a hard power jab. You wasn't expecting it, bro. So wasn't no eye surgery or none of that shit could have prepared you for the game plan that Bud had. The game plan was just, you couldn't fuck with it, bro. And it on top of his skills, you couldn't fuck with it. But in Earl's defense, I will always give him credit. Earl made that fight happen. True enough, Bud was going to fight Earl, and he been wanting to fight Earl ever since he came to welterweight. Bud been wanting that fight, and I believe it. But it was Earl who went against the grain, because Al Heyman, Espinoza, they wanted Earl to fight Keith. Double E with the F. They would have rather him fought Keith, rather him fought Tim Tszyu. Now you see Keith fighting Tim Tszyu. Check that out. And they trying to build that up for Earl to fight the win. It's a lot of shit, bro. It's a little sneaky shit, in-house shit they was trying to do. They didn't want the Bud fight, bro. Earl went against the grain, and he made sure they had a $10 million guarantee. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Tank got more power than Earl. Tank got more power than Earl. Earl close. Tank got more power. Tank gonna have to go against the grain to make the Devin fight, and they gonna make it. They gonna make it, bro. They gonna make. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I could see a 20 million guarantee for this. I always thought Spencer Crawford was the biggest. Tank and Devin gonna be different. I hate to say it. It's gonna interest black people more because Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence was very respectful. It ain't gonna be no respect with Tank and Devin. It ain't gonna be Bill and Calvin gonna talk shit. It's gonna be a lot of shit. That press conference. You think Regis versus Devin was a hell of a, cause that was a hell of a press conference. Tank versus Devin press conference will be on fire. Tank Davis versus Devin Haney press conference. It will be on fire. I'm telling you, I just, man, the first face off of Devin and Tank, it would be epic. It would be epic when they finally look in each other's eyes, bro. So I ain't gonna quit talking about it till it happen, and I'm always call Tank on that shit for not making this fight happen. Tank has all the power to make this fight happen. All he gotta do is go against the grain until I'm fighting Devin. That's all he gotta do. And Al gonna write this, draw that contract up. He gonna do it because that's his money man. He the money man. Tank gotta make that fight happen. Devin just waiting. Tank gotta tell him, nah, this the fight I want next, bro. I don't want nothing else. This the fight. That's what Earl did. So for that, I would always give Earl a shout out. Earl made that fight happen, and he went against the grain. So that's what Tank gonna have to do. I doubt if he'll do it. I doubt if he'll do what Earl did. You know another thing that Earl did? Because Tank has never said this. You motherfuckers can't pay to show any clip where Tank ever said, me and Devin a huge fight. Never said it. Me and Devin the biggest fight in boxing. Me and Devin is just a big fight. You never heard Tank say it. He just always said Devin wasn't shit. He ain't got money. He ain't getting this. Earl had no problem saying, man, me and Terrence Crawford is the biggest fight in boxing. That's the fight I want. Earl let it be known. This what I want. Yeah, he did that A side, B side. He said across the street. But when it came down to it, Earl let it be known. This the biggest fight. He acknowledged the fight. That's what Tank won't do. Tank will say, I got more money. He'll throw money. He'll get monkeys tatted on him. He'll say this. He'll say, yeah, you sold 16,000 tickets, but the tickets was $7. You'll say all that. But you won't say let's fight. Which leads me to what Bill say all the time. They say everything. But let's fight. Prove me wrong, bro. Tank and his entire team say everything, but let's fight. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.